In this video, we want to compare two ancient Greek philosophical teachings, Stoic philosophy and the teachings of the Cynics, find the main differences and identify common parallels in these humanitarian worldviews. Diogenes of Sinope is considered the founder of Cynicism. Diogenes was an ancient Greek philosopher who lived in the 4th century BC. He was a student of Antisthenes and became one of the most famous representatives of Cynicism. The Cynics were characterized by their disregard for material goods, simplicity of life, and openly expressed their views on social norms and customs. Diogenes, for example, was famous for living in a barrel, having no property, and witty remarks. Stoicism was founded by Zeno of Citium, who lived in the 4th century BC. Zeno was a philosopher from Cyprus and founded his school in Athens in the early 3rd century BC. He put forward ideas that formed the basis of Stoic philosophy. The teachings of Stoicism were developed and expanded upon by later philosophers such as Chrysippus and Epictetus, and became one of the important currents of ancient Greek philosophy. Stoicism emphasizes control over one's emotions, a sensible attitude toward natural accidents, and devotion to an inner moral law. Thus, comparing the two worldviews, the following commonalities can be identified. Ethics and morality, as the Cynics and Stoics considered ethics and morality as central aspects of their teachings. Both philosophical movements emphasize the importance of developing virtues and moral qualities. Denial of material goods, DiogenesQuotes. Both the Cynics and the Stoics preached a rejection of the excessive pursuit of material goods. They attached great importance to simplicity and restraint in lifestyle. Doctrine of self-control, lies. The Cynics and the Stoics discussed self-control and self-control. Both movements emphasize the importance of being able to control one's passions and desires. Opposition to social conventions, while both the Cynics and the Stoics opposed social conventions and norms. If they conflicted with moral principles, they called for independence from the opinions and evaluations of society. Doctrine of free will. Now, both the Cynics and Stoics taught about free will and responsibility for one's actions. They recognized that people were capable of choosing their reactions to external circumstances. What are the major differences between the two who occur? Attitudes toward emotions. The Stoics tended toward apathy, that is, lack of passions and emotional balance, while the Cynics were more active in expressing their emotions, including outrage and laughter. Philosophical approach. The Cynics were more likely to use sarcasm, parody, and aphorisms in their statements, while the Stoics preferred a more systematic and logical presentation of their ideas. Attitudes toward political participation. The Cynics were often apolitical and even antagonistic toward political authority, while the Stoics placed greater importance on active participation in public and political life. Purpose of life. The Cynics often emphasized the value of simplicity and lack of fear of death, while the Stoics stressed the importance of serving society and following natural laws. Attitudes toward philosophical training. The Cynics emphasized life experience and the demonstration of their ideas through personal actions, while the Stoics developed their philosophy in a more formal and systematic way by creating extensive treatises and essays. In conclusion, it can be said that the Cynics and the Stoics, despite some commonalities, have different approaches to ethics, emotions, and lifestyle. The Cynics are more radical in their rejection of societal norms and material goods, while the Stoics strive for moderation and inner harmony through a sensible attitude towards external events. The question of which philosophical approach, Cynicism or Stoicism, is better in contemporary realities depends on individual preferences, values, and specific situations. Both approaches have their strengths, and the choice may depend on personal beliefs and circumstances. Here are a few considerations. Advantages. Cynicism. The emphasis on freedom from societal norms and material values can be a refreshing approach in a world that often values consumption and conformity to standards. In some areas of life, such as creativity and individual freedom, this approach may be more appealing. Stoicism. Benefits. Stoicism emphasizes inner resilience, a sensible attitude toward events, and a desire for harmony with the natural order of things. These principles can help you better cope with stress and life changes. Stoicism can be useful in today's world where people face a variety of challenges and seek inner resilience in unpredictable situations. It is important to note that these approaches are not mutually exclusive, and many people find a balance between Cynic and Stoic thinking in various areas of their lives.